Well, for years, investors have turned to bonds to keep a portion of their retirement portfolio safe. But are they really the best option, or is it time to bail on your bonds? Greg and Kristen Taylor from Legacy Retirement Group are with us on Mondays to talk about things like this. And as you know, too, they are financial advisors and hosts of the weekly retirement radio show right here on 610 WTVN called Winning Retirement. And they're on the Sean and Kate radio show as well. And Greg, on top of everything else, has written a book, too, called Winning Retirement. He contributes to several financial publications. When do you rest, for goodness sakes?
Oh, not much.
Not
much, but we're having fun.
You two are both health nuts. Do you eat healthy things?
I try to. My treat snack that's healthy is a spoonful of peanut butter with chocolate chips.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
Yes, and mine is a cup of mandarin oranges with about a cup also of raw almonds.
And is that daily?
Yeah,
Yes.
every day. Same thing every day.
Every day about 2 o'clock.
You got him figured out
Creature
pretty
of
well,
habit.
didn't you?
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, that's good. We want meticulous people to look at our portfolios and other things. Let's talk about bonds, because for so many people, for so long, with the volatility in the stock exchange, we were finding that safe haven, that safe place in
Yes.
bonds. But that might not be the case now?
Well, understand, people want that bit of consistency. They want that place where they can get, protection of capital, and that's what historically we've done, at least for the last 30 years. We've really turned to bonds as that hedge against, our portfolio volatility.
Right, right. But so why are people then moving away from that? What is the purpose of that?
Well, understand that from 1980 or so, from that time until recently, the interest rate environment has gone down. And what's significant about that is there's an inverse relationship with interest rate movement and bond values. So when
It's like a teeter-totter.
Yeah, exactly. So when interest rates drop, that makes the value of a bond go down. In a lot of cases, interest rates are dropping because we're in a volatile stock market environment. So
Right.
people want to turn to those bonds to have that consistency. Well, now we've kind of hit the bottom, and interest rates finally are starting to creep back up.
Slowly, though.
Slowly, but as interest rates rise, then the value of bonds goes down. So if bonds are dropping, and then if stocks drop, where do you go for that safety?
Right.
So that's why we have some strategies at our office that allow for principal preservation by simply allowing only part of the index crediting to get that potential for growth, but then no downside of the principal for
So
the
you're
risk.
not leaning as heavily on bonds anymore? Is that what it is?
Not really, because we're really concerned in this environment that as interest rates rise, people's bond values are going to drop, and that's going to just spell, a little more risk in the overall portfolio. So that index-linked strategy that Kristen was alluding to gives people the opportunity to get a big portion of the market when it's going up, and for that consistency piece, but no risk of principal when it drops. So that can allow for there to be more consistency in the portfolio.
So, I mean, this would be a very important task then for people right now, because if you are bond heavy and
Yes.
you've been that way for years and years and years, you might need to reassess that.
Well, really analyzing what's in your portfolio, just taking a look and peeling back the surface that we always say, and understanding what's in there and also the level of risk you're at. Because we found that a lot of times the level of risk doesn't add up with what the person's comfort level is.
Wow. So it might be time for a little health checkup on that.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're offering today, but you have to react quickly to this. They are offering you complimentary portfolio reviews. Now, you need to call the number on your screen, though, in order to take advantage of this. It is 614-336-7660. And what is the review all about?
Well, we want people to understand exactly what is in their portfolio. What are your fees? What kind of risk are you taking? How much exposure do you have to stocks or bonds? And making sure that it makes sense for what you're trying to achieve.
So do it now. Pick up the phone. Make sure you make a call, because this is a freebie. And wouldn't you like to have that kind of peace of mind? Pretty important, especially we don't know what's happening in the next week, the next 2 weeks.
Right.
So take a look at what you have now. 614-336-7660. And if you want to know more about Greg and Kristen and what they do, you can go to LegacyRetirementGroup.com for more information. Thank you both.
You're
Good to be
welcome.
here.